Morning. Hello, 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 hello. So my laptop is here. You are here. Right. I've got. So we got Jean, Colleen, Kelly, Dan, Lorraine, and Satnin. Good morning. So I've got lots. I got a coffee, and I got 2 teas. Pretty sorted, guys. So I was way too tired to do a live last night. Okay, so I've messaged everyone I can think of. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. If I have forgotten anyone, please add me on Facebook so that I can then let you know that we're live. That's funny, I've just been notified that I'm live. Look, that's just notified me. I like that, that's funny. Okay, so it must be that must mean that this phone is on a different channel for it to do that. Okay, so no particular subject. I still want to do the medical history one. I was going to do that later. Today, I was going to concentrate more on a few things that have been sent to me and some comments. And I was going to carry on playing some of that archive footage. How's Linda? Okay. So the time in the UK is 11:55 a.m. Diana's just messaged me. She's at work. Lorraine is on. Are you on there, Lorraine? Yeah. Hi, Lorraine. Lorraine sent me. So Lorraine's got to be up for work tomorrow. I'll watch a little bit on my iPad in bed. Okay. Now Lorraine has sent me quite a few. Lorraine, I just want to say about Lorraine. Let's go. Now, Lorraine, let's go all the way back. I love it. Lorraine sends me pictures watching me on her live stream. I will say this, Lorraine, the information Lorraine gives me is amazing. Amazing. She's, how can I say it? She obviously puts a lot of time into defending Elvis. I see her posts all over the place. She really does come from the heart. It's complete passion. Now, I will say this. I'm not very good reader. I'm not a good reader. So I'm going to show you something. No offense to Lorraine, because I love your comments. I love you sending me comments. I love your information, your research, your photos, your videos. But I don't like reading. Now, look. This is Lorraine's reading. Look. This is just last night alone. It's all great info, all of it. I'm just no good at reading, Lorraine. I'm just no good at reading. It's probably better to send me the info in short clips, in like small sections about that big. Yeah? And then I can absorb it, because I find when I read, I don't concentrate very well. And this is why I don't like reading. This is why this book was very easy to read, because it's very simple, big letters. And there's not a lot on each page. It's quite where I found this book. Now remember, I left school when I was 15. Yeah, so I wasn't educated. Yeah. I find Child Bride is a bit more of a read, isn't it? I find Child Bride a bit more difficult to read. So my point is, I'm no good with very long messages because I can't concentrate properly. I don't absorb it. I need short messages, then I can absorb that. So, but Lorraine, I love your comments. I love them. I am very, very grateful to Lorraine. Very grateful. So, please don't take that the wrong way. Okay, now someone sent me something. Let's have a look. Let's find it. I did put it on my phone. Let's have a look which phone I put it on. Let's have a look. It might have been. Let's just keep looking. I want to read it out because let's have a look. It's going to be here. Could be that one, right? Where are we? Here we are. Right, this is Elaine Parkinson. Elaine, are you on? Elaine, are you there? Let's have a look. So we've got Colleen and Linda and Roslyn and Jean and Gio. So obviously Satnin, Kelly, Dan, Lorraine. Right, Lorraine might be asleep now. So someone sent me this post here. And it's basically talking about our movement, yeah. And I can tell that Elaine is an avid fan, and she's been around the block. She really knows her stuff. I think she might have caught out a troll called Catherine. I think she picked her out or something. I saw a little argument. I did quickly delete it just because I don't really want arguments on the Defending Elvis page. So I deleted it. But anyway, so has anyone noticed that there is a huge movement now picking up pace defending Elvis Presley? As facts are now emerging about his health and the untruths said of some of those close to him and those who knew him are finally being exposed. After decades of his reputation being torn to shreds, and people, press, and media still talking certain narratives in gospel, it's about time, isn't it, that the truth is finally being told. Elvis deserves to be seen for what he contributed to the world in his lifetime and for his talent and his generosity, his philanthropy, and for the humanitarian that he was. To this day, he is helping so many, and music and movies bring to so much joy to people all over the world. Elvis is still taking care of business lightning fast. And then it says, have a good day. Just check your comments. Hi, Danielle. You okay? Danielle, are you new? Let me know where you are. Have we spoke before? Are you an Elvis fan? So was it a screenshot someone put in the chat? It was. I think it was in the chat, but this one has comments on it, and I wanted to read the comments. So sorry, guys. So I will say this: I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, and we mentioned this on last night's live. I do think we're in the early stages of people talking about defending Elvis Presley, and not just my channel, other channels as well. Now, I will say this, guys, you other Elvis channels, give us a mention. Give us a mention. I always, whenever I watch other channels that are defending Elvis, I always hope they're going to mention us. And a lot of the time they don't. And I'd love it if you did, guys. Now, we always, I like to think that we, together, Team Elvis, we do mention other channels. We'll talk about rare Elvis photos. We'll talk about Presley Mania. We'll talk about Tenderly Loving Elvis. There's EP Fan Archive, things like that. And I like to, obviously we've got Hidden Minds, great channel. And I do like it when other channels that are defending Elvis mention us, because I think that we are a community, and I really believe that we should all help each other. So if any other channels defending Elvis Presley are watching any of our live streams, please give us a shout. Give us a shout. We will always give you a shout. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to Team Elvis. So let's have a look. Yeah, I agree. Linda, I keep hearing it now. And so we've got Daniel, Ohio, who's in Ohio, a big Elvis fan. Oh, Daniel, you're so welcome to our family. You're welcome to Team Elvis. You know that we are a growing community and we got each other's back and we have the same interest. We're here to defend Elvis because we're fed up with all the bad things that have been said about Elvis for over 40 years. Because we see the true Elvis. We don't see the fake pretend Elvis. We see the Elvis that impacted the whole world in a beautiful way and still does to this day. We don't see the twisted version of Elvis that unfortunately is around the world. Yeah. So the negative image, the negative, how can I say it? Just the way he's portrayed in a light that is wrong, that is incorrect. So we are very proud to defend Elvis Presley. We're actually quite a new channel. I know that I've been making Elvis videos and shorts, mini documentaries for a couple of years. Even though I've been a fan for over 50 years. I'm 57 years old, in case any of you are interested in my age. But we have the defending Elvis thing is, I would say, it's quite a recent thing that we've come together. Our community, I think, is still in early stages. So we got a long way to go, guys. I'm going to tell you something funny. Now, are you ready for this? This is no lie. I'm embarrassed to actually say it because I don't want you to think I'm weird. Are we ready? Who wants to hear I had a dream last night. I had a dream. Anyone want to hear my dream? Let's just... Who wants to know my dream? I'll wait for you to respond. Right. No? Right. Now, I'm a little bit embarrassed about it, but it's such a good dream. It's only a very short dream. I wish Elvis did show. I do think I have dreamt about Elvis before. Have any of you ever dreamt about Elvis? So I keep looking over that way so I can... Right, this is no lie. Oh, I'm embarrassed to say it. Right? All right, Satin. Now, this is not a lie. I woke up and told my wife this. Elton John came over to me. I am a fan of Elton John. I've always liked Elton John. And said, I'd like to invite you to LA to go on a news program to talk to the world about your YouTube channel defending Elvis Presley. Seriously, Elton John invited me to LA to go on the news and talk about Elvis, defending Elvis Presley. That is the truth, guys. And what do you think about that, guys? Elton John invited me to LA to go on the news and discuss our channel, Team Elvis, defending Elvis Presley, because he even spoke to me in the dream. He even spoke to me in the dream and said, we really like what you're doing. We think the world needs to know the truth. No lie. No lie. I'm like, that's because we dream about what we constantly talk about, Louis. Beetroot. What is that? I'm going beetroot, just texting. Kelly Dan. Should I tell you what I said to my wife, Elton John's invited me to LA to talk about defending Elvis Presley and our channel, Team Elvis. And she went, you going to do it? Oh, it's so funny. And the first thing that came to my mind was, I don't like flying. That's a 10-hour flight. I can't do a 10-hour flight. And then I started, this is in the dream, yeah? In the dream, I'm like, I can't do a 10-hour flight. So in my dream, I'm planning what I'm going to say when I meet Elton. Seriously, this is in my dream. I'm like, okay, I've got to do a 10-hour flight. I hate flying. Right, I need to prepare. I need to get ready to do the interview. I need to know what I'm talking about. I need to make sure that I've got my research in order, my documents, my photos, my video clips, my interviews. I need it all ready so that when I get interviewed in LA, I have no idea why it was LA. I have no idea why it was LA. I need to get all my information ready so I don't look stupid on TV. Seriously, guys, in my dream planned me flying to LA and getting ready to meet Elton John and have my interview on TV around the world, on the news. Elvis would let you fly. Yeah. And actually first class, I'd probably be all right. The reason I hate flying is because I do get back pain. And the reason I hate flying is because I'm sat like this for 10 hours. Yeah. Now, if I was first class and I get a bed, a stretch out seat, I think I'd be all right. So how many of you think I should go to LA, meet Elton John and go on the news and promote our YouTube channel, Defending Elvis Presley? Who wants to meet me in LA? Yeah, it's not real. Finola, I know. Wouldn't that be amazing though, guys? Of course, some of you would have to come with me. No, I didn't punch Mike Stone. So Sue had a few fruity dreams with Elvis. Linda says, I always dream and daydream about Elvis. Oh, nice. I haven't dreamt about Elvis that often. I have dreamt about him, but not that often. Okay, let's just quickly check your comments. Wouldn't that be Finola? Wouldn't that be amazing if that was true? My God, I'd have to do it. I couldn't say no. Let's have a look. Kelly, I'm going to... yeah, come on, Elton John, let's do this. I definitely would I would love an interview with Piers Morgan. I would love an interview with it because I really want to put him right about that Priscilla and Piers Morgan interview. I really want to go through it with him. Right, let me just check your messages. Yeah, Gene, it might come true. Who knows? And let's have a look. Yeah, follow the dream. Yeah. Hi, Madonna. Yep, you haven't been on for a while. How are you? Yeah, Linda, I better start packing my bags. Ready to go. Funny, just funny. Let's have a look. Louis, it would be great if you did a live at Gravesend. Whew. I tell you what, now that is a dream come true. I'd love to. You know what? This is the Defending Elvis Presley. The whole concept opens so many doors, doesn't it? It really does. This is what I think. And when I woke up this morning and I told my wife, I was a bit excited. Like it was going to happen. And I said to her, do you know what I like about that dream? It actually could happen. That the Defending Elvis Presley idea, the whole concept, our channel and Team Elvis, because don't forget, Defending Elvis Presley and Team Elvis, they're all one thing. It all acts as one thing. I remember thinking, do you know what? If we were invited on a news clip, on a news program, whether it be in England or Australia or America, any country, I think people would find it interesting. I think we'd get quite a lot of support. Do you guys think we would get a lot of support if I went on the news and started promoting Defending Elvis Presley, talking about Team Elvis, how we come together every day to defend Elvis, to clear his memory, to clear the rubbish, to stand up against all the lies that have been said about him for over 40, 50 years? I think the public would find it quite interesting. I also think that people would listen. People would listen. And I even believe that non-Elvis fans, because that's our problem, isn't it, guys? Non-Elvis fans believe all the rubbish that is said about Elvis. They believe it because they're not into Elvis. So they just, automatically brainwashed and spoon-fed into just believing all the odd, weird stuff that is said about Elvis. And they don't give it a second thought. They don't put any time into researching and finding out the truth. Yeah. So I actually think the normal person in the street, the man, the woman in the street, if a news clip came up and Louis was sat there talking about why we defend Elvis and listing our reasons, listing the things that we have to defend on behalf of Elvis, because Elvis can't defend himself, making it really clear that Elvis can't defend himself, I actually think the public would be quite interested. And I think it would be a real eye-opener for the public. I think the public would start to think, there's some truth to this. Elvis has been unfairly treated by many things, not just this book, yeah? But, all the documentaries, the interviews, the biographies, the movies, especially the Priscilla movie by Sofia Coppola. I actually think, because it's quite a current topic, because you've got the Baz Luhrmann Elvis movie comes out, massive success, brings in millions of new fans. Then you've got the Priscilla film, Sofia Coppola's Priscilla film, comes along a couple of years later and trashes all the good that the Baz Luhrmann film did. Unfortunately, God rest her soul, and we are also defending Lisa Marie Presley. Lisa Marie Presley passes away, unfortunately. It's just horrible circumstances that led to Lisa Marie passing. But that has it's mainstream news. Then we've got the Graceland scammer. That has brought Elvis and his legacy to the forefront because people are talking about what went on with the Graceland scammer. And then we've also got the Bridget Cruz lawsuit, the auction woman. Is it GWS Auctions? Everyone's talking about the jet, that it was Elvis never actually flew in it. And then you've got the jacket that you have Joel Weisshanker complaining about things being auctioned that aren't genuine, and that there's a possibility that Priscilla has been writing letters to authenticate these items, the black jacket in GWS auction. So all of a sudden, Elvis, his legacy and Gracelands are quite in the news, aren't they? Well, it's quite a hot topic at the moment. I would say at the moment, tell me if you agree, guys, that there's a lot of interest in Elvis Presley, a lot. All the things I mentioned. And it's going to carry on because this lawsuit with Priscilla and Bridget Cruz and her associates is ongoing. Then we've got Priscilla Presley has countersued, which you guys know about. She's defending herself, saying, accusing of elder abuse. Yeah. So it's all like a hot potato all going on. So I actually think now is a great time to defend Elvis Presley. It's a great time. I think the public want to know more. The public want to know more. And then we've got this situation where people are now, I think, I hope that it's not all in my mind, but I think people are interested in the whole defending Elvis Presley. Now, maybe not just in my channel, our channel, Team Elvis, but generally, when people are hearing information from other YouTube channels or other Instagram or TikTok or Facebook channels starting to defend Elvis, I think people's ears are starting to prick up and people are starting to listen a little bit. Now, I do think we're in the very early stages of it, of making a difference. I think we still need to grow a lot more, yeah? But, guys, now is a good time to defend Elvis Presley. Now is a good time for Team Elvis. I really believe that. So I just want to read some of your comments. I would love to do a live at Gracelands. And do you know what? I'd love to give, maybe some of you won't like this. I'd like to give Priscilla the opportunity to apologize,
to make things right with the Elvis fans. I would. I'd like to sit there and just see if she would admit that there was wrongdoing on Priscilla Presley's part. I'm not saying this in a hateful way. I'm saying that we know all the things that we're not happy about with Priscilla. We know there's a list of things that we want her to admit, simple things like her unfaithfulness, like the second divorce settlement, the problems with Elvis Presley Enterprises, Barry Siegel, that situation, when there was a possibility that a lot of money has been embezzled from Lisa Marie's trust and wasted on bad investments. And then we move forward. We've got obviously we as fans are worried that Lisa Marie's legacy and Elvis's legacy haven't been protected properly. So we'd like to discuss that. And then we'd like to discuss her reasons for promoting the Priscilla film, Sofia Coppola's Priscilla film, even after her poor daughter, Lisa Marie, passed away. But she still went ahead with the promotion of that film. So there's many things that we want to literally just sit down with Priscilla and ask all these different questions and get her to explain herself. The fans are upset. The fans are infuriated. The fans want answers from Priscilla. And I don't say that in a hateful way. So if Priscilla Presley, if you ever watch our live streams, there's no hate here. Yeah. What we want is some answers to all our questions that have upset us for decades and decades and decades, because we feel as Elvis fans, and I speak on behalf of Team Elvis, we feel that there are many things that you have done that don't make sense, that have been very unfair to Elvis. So please, let us give you the opportunity to apologize to the fan and admit wrongdoing. We completely understand Elvis made mistakes. Elvis was a human being. We know Elvis was also unfaithful. We know that you had a difficult time when you first moved to Graceland because Elvis still had girlfriends. We know that. But we want to understand the unfaithfulness with Steve Peck, the dance instructor. We want to understand the unfaithfulness with Mike Stone. And then we want to understand all the decisions that were made, like taking the Presley name back. We have strong views about you taking the Presley name back after Elvis died. We have strong views about the divorce settlements. We have strong views about you and Priscilla and Scientology. The fans don't like that we feel that that Lisa Marie, when she became difficult after Elvis died, your answer was to throw her into Scientology. The fans don't like Scientology. The fans have strong views about Scientology. So we're just looking for answers, because we feel that you are never asked the questions in interviews that we want asked. We feel that a lot of the interviews are just same. So we feel that, yes, you sit there in an interview with people like Piers Morgan and you answer the questions. I've noticed that usually the negative questions that are asked are the interviewer. Generally, what happens is, in the interviews with Priscilla, going back decades, is you say nice things, you praise him, you say he's the love of your life. Now, we find that confusing because you divorced him 4 years before he died, and it was quite a horrible divorce. The way that you went off with Mike Stone in our mind was horrific. But my point is this. We feel that when the interviewers, like Piers Morgan, for example, when they're asking you questions, you do say lots of nice things, that he's the love of your life, etc. But then the interviewer starts asking the negative questions that make Elvis look bad, that damage his reputation, damage his image, and you more or less go along with it. So we don't feel that you are fully protective over Elvis. I can see, when I watch Priscilla's interviews, there's a side to her that does defend Elvis, that does say the right things about him. You bring up his good points. But then Then they start asking you the negative things to do with you being 14, to do with his temper, to do with grooming and controlling, and his unfaithfulness, his drug habit, his prescribed medication. Of course, he was addicted to his prescribed medication. He needed it. We don't feel that you bring up enough the fact that he was chronically unwell. You must have known how unwell he was. You must have done. You were in more or less daily contact with Elvis to the day he died. I know 2 days, I think 2 days before he died, you spoke to him. You must have understood how unwell he was. So we don't feel that it's brought up enough that he was seriously unwell. He had chronic illnesses and he needed his medication. He was on over 40 tablets a day. The impression is given that he just liked getting stoned and had a drug problem because he wanted to get high. That is so far from the truth. You almost have never mentioned that he was unwell. You say that he was puffy, side effect of the medication, didn't seem happy. You mentioned this on the day of the divorce when you walked out holding hands. You don't talk about his chronic illnesses he had. Now, is there a chance that he didn't tell you? Or do you just not want to mention it in the interviews? These are the things we want to know about, yeah? And you say that you and him were better apart, you were better as divorced, but you must have been arguing over money, because money was a massive thing between you two with the divorce settlement. So I can't understand that you can say that you and Elvis were very close, but you must have been arguing about money. You must have been arguing about the amount of times that Elvis wants to see Lisa Marie. This is another thing. It's obvious Elvis would have wanted to see Lisa Marie as much as possible. And as far as we can see, Lisa Marie spent her last summer at Graceland. Is that right, guys? The last summer, right till the day Elvis died, Lisa Marie was at Graceland. Yeah? So I'm sure that one of the last conversations you had with Elvis must have been two things. When Lisa Marie is coming back to you from Gracelands because she spent the summer there, fans don't like the fact that they feel that you many times abandoned Lisa Marie so you could get on with your own life, different boyfriends, different career moves. The fans feel that you put your career and your future, your ambitions before your daughter. This is how the fans feel, Priscilla. And then you've got, were you talking about, obviously, she had spent the summer at Gracelands 2 days before when you spoke, 2 days before Elvis died. I would have thought the main topic would have been Lisa Marie, and the other topic must have been the divorce settlement. Because we found the documents that show that in 1977, you were still arguing about your second divorce settlement. Again, fans are upset about the second divorce settlement. Fans don't like it. Fans think that you'd had your decent divorce settlement with the first divorce settlement around 72, 73. And the fans are like, why did you go back for a second divorce settlement when you fully agreed everything? Why did you take the Presley name back after Elvis died? But also, why were you so harsh and cruel with the second divorce settlement where you literally had a deed of trust was created to place a charge on the Graceland building, Elvis's home, which made Elvis feel like he was losing his home, and Vernon. Vernon and Elvis must have felt that they were losing their home. Yeah. This is in 1977, the same time as the tell-all book, Memphis Mafia, What Happened, Elvis, What Happened, was released, and he was chronically sick. And we feel that you must have been arguing over money. You must have been, because you were demanding with your attorneys, yeah, a massive amount of money, up to $1.5 million, and a massive amount of monthly spousal payments. You also wanted a percentage of his royalties, and Elvis couldn't afford it. He literally couldn't afford it. You must have known that he couldn't afford it, because this is why the deed of trust was created, to place the charge on the building, the Graceland building. So how did that make you feel that Elvis couldn't afford to settle with you on the second divorce settlement? Could you imagine how unwell that made him feel? The stress that put on Elvis. Yeah. So my point is, you know, you keep saying he was the love of your life. You still miss him. You still love him. And he was so great, all the rest of it. But we know as fans, we know that that last year of his life, the way you treated Elvis with his financial situation, and for your own financial gain, was cruel. We feel was cruel. So we want an explanation. We also, once Elvis passed away and you wanted to get on with your career, and Lisa Marie Presley was placed into Scientology at such a young age, 11 or 12, is that right? And we've got evidence and information that she was very unhappy at first. Very, very unhappy. Yeah? So this is where we are. So Priscilla, you have a chance to sit down with us. I'd be happy to sit with you and chat. I'll be respectful to go through all these points and try and get the Elvis fans, the true Elvis fans, get them on side. Get them to understand where you were coming from, or at least apologize. At the very least, apologize, because we are not convinced by the Piers Morgan interview. The Piers Morgan interview didn't cut it with us. And we don't believe Elvis was the love of your life, because you've had too many boyfriends since. So to say Elvis is the love of your life, especially knowing what we know with the divorce settlement, especially the second divorce settlement, Elvis was not the love of your life. So we need you to tell us the truth. Make some apologies. Yeah? Anyway, that was my long speech. So I'll quickly read your comments. I'm going to go and warm my tea up, but I'll quickly read your comments. Jean, no, I've never been to the United States, but I would like to, but I'm scared of flying. I'd go there on a cruise ship. Right, let's have a look. Right, sorry about that. That was a long spiel. Elton's, let's have a look. Let me just start going through your comments. Okay. Right, let's go through your comments, guys. Where are we? I did speak for a long time, didn't I? Right. Elvis fan, that's a new one. Hi, Elvis fan. Where are you from, my friend? Always like to see Finola. Elton John's okay. What's wrong with Elton John? Okay, let's have a look. Right, I'm caught up. Elton's gonna write a song about you, Louis. Is leaving tonight on a plane. I can see red tail lights heading for Spain. Yeah, man, come on. Hi, right, let's have a look. We could start good done. So I'm guessing that's a GoFundMe. Yeah, to pay for my airline ticket. So Elvis fan, let me know where you're from. Let's have a look. Let's keep going. So Finola's not keen on Elvis. Why not? I like Elton John. What's wrong with Elton John? Come on. Was he a real man who served his country? He was so generous. Yes, I definitely agree with that, Daniel. And he loved it. I think Elvis loved being in the army. He was far too easy on Piers. Yep. Piers Morgan, that was a pathetic interview. You were a massive softie. Were you in love? I've even heard that Piers Morgan may have had an affair with Priscilla. Is that true, guys? Because I don't know why he was so soft on her. Piers Morgan, do a proper interview. Get me on your show and we'll have a proper discussion about the truth of Elvis, not the twisted lies. Now, Elton John's definitely an Elvis fan because I've seen interviews of Elton talking about Elvis, definitely. Yes, Elvis fan would love to meet Elvis in his dreams. Yes. Oh, thanks, Linda. Yeah, Elton. So Colleen says Elton took his mum to see Elvis in concert. He was a big fan. Yes. Louis Theroux. Yeah, he's a good interviewer, Gio. Yeah, I'd do that. I would do that. So would he be interested? It's an interesting topic, isn't it? The defending Elvis Presley. It's an interesting topic. I really believe that. Right. Let's just keep going. We should go get in touch with EP Enterprise and tell them we will give Graceland plenty of advertisement if they would fly us all in. Yay, Coley. Let's all go to Gracelands together. Team Elvis. Come on. We go as one group. Linda, yes, more people. I agree. Colleen, right. Team Elvis, go. That's cool. Let's have a look. Louis, we should gather data research and make an Elvis encyclopedia written by fans. Yeah, it's a great idea. Who wants to do it? Who wants to do it? Gotta love that idea. Elvis fans are so sweet. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to catch up a bit. There's some channels ask you questions about Priscilla, seeing if you were a Priscilla hater. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. You know I don't come from hate. I come from truth. Truth. That's what I want. Obviously, I'm very defensive with Elvis. Very defensive. Imagine Priscilla cheating on Elvis. My God. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, she did many times, right? There should have been done a long time ago. Bravo, Louis. I'm totally with you. Zerek. And is that a new person on our channel? Zerek, welcome to Team Elvis. Welcome to Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Let us know where you're from. How long have you been an Elvis fan? Team Elvis, we are a small family, and we've come together to defend Elvis, and we're proud to do it. And we are friends. Right, let's have a look. She didn't give two craps about them. All she wanted was his money. I do think she was infatuated with him at the very least. Hi, Deborah. You awake? Hi, Deborah. Prissy neglected Lisa all her life. Yes. And this is one of the things the fans are upset about. She says she wanted to protect Lisa and where they lived, so Elvis filed for divorce to keep them safe. So why take Priscilla's name back after Vernon passed? That would have brought more attention. It doesn't make any sense. Kelly Dam, it doesn't make sense to give up a name, which I think she gave it up on the first divorce settlement around 72-3, and then when he passes to take it back. It doesn't make sense. Who does that? Who gives up a marriage name and then takes it back? It's very common that a woman will keep the married name for the sake of the children. I understand that, but they don't give it up and then take it back. That is unheard of. In fact, I have never heard of anyone doing that. Never. So I'm sorry, Priscilla. You don't take back a name you've given up. Bit strange, I actually think. Linda, she will never answer the questions truthfully. I think you're right. But we do give her the opportunity to. We give Priscilla the opportunity to put things right with the fans. Let's have a look. Kelly Dan, that's right. And she wanted his fame. She wants to be admired the way it's... I understand this, guys. And even Mike Stone admitted it in his interview. Priscilla, once she got a taste of the spotlight, fame, attention, money, wanted all of it. Wanted to be a movie star, to be on TV, to be in adverts, to get to be an entrepreneur, to open businesses. There's many things Priscilla wanted to do once she got a taste for it. So she wasn't this quiet, shy, innocent virgin waiting around in the sidelines. Far from it. I would say the opposite. And she used the Presley name to get ahead. She used the Presley name to open doors, to further her career, to get more money, to be well known, to be famous, to get into movies. Let's face it, she never did have a proper movie career. Even the TV stuff didn't go well, did it? Those amazing animals. She had a good stint at Dallas, I think a 5-year stint at Dallas. But overall, her movie career did flop. Her TV career did flop. Even her shop, Biss and Bow, I know she sold it to a partner, eventually after 4 years failed. So the stuff that has gone well for Priscilla has been being at the helm of Graceland, the Living Museum. That has always been the massive cash cow, the ATM for Priscilla, hasn't it? The big cash cow has always been, I was Elvis Presley's ex-wife. And many fans, many of the public don't even know that Elvis and Priscilla divorced. Many of the public think that when Elvis died, that Priscilla was still married to Elvis. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy that the public, millions of the public, do not know they divorced? Millions of the public think they had a perfect marriage until Elvis was unfaithful and took drugs. Many of the public believe that. Many of the public don't know that the main reason that Priscilla and Elvis split up was because Priscilla was unfaithful just after Lisa Marie was born, and a couple of years later with Mike Stone, the karate instructor. So do you get what I'm saying to you guys? Many of the public even think that Elvis was married to Priscilla when she was 14. This is how ridiculous it is. Many of the public believe that Priscilla moved to Graceland when she was 14. It's a joke. She moved to Graceland when she was 18, just under 18. They didn't get married and have sex until she was nearly 22. So to any of you people watching this now that don't know all the facts, they never had sex until she was nearly 22. Within a year of that, she had a baby and was unfaithful to Elvis twice. She was unfaithful to Elvis twice, and she demanded the divorce. Priscilla demanded the divorce I reckon in 1971. She had a 1-year secret affair with the karate instructor, Mike Stone. When it came out that she had been seeing him for a year, she stayed with him for 4.5 years. Could you imagine how that made Elvis feel? So too many people blame Elvis for the wrongdoing of the marriage. Too many people call Elvis a paedophile when he never touched that girl. There has never been a girl on the planet that has ever said Elvis had sex with them underage. Never. Never. I challenge you to find one person that has said in writing, in an interview, I had sex with Elvis when I was underage. It never happened. Never happened. Right, let's keep going. So Lisa really was neglected and put in an awful situation with her boyfriend. Come on, guys. There's two things here. The Scientology thing just should never have happened. And I know that Lisa Marie went through a phase of really liking Scientology. I think she was brainwashed. She went through quite a long phase of really praising Scientology, but she came out of it. Was it around 2006? She just wised up. She wised up. She understood stuff was happening. Even jumping forward again with the Barry Siegel situation with this manager, this so-called manager on behalf of her trust. All of it came out and she wised up. She wasn't a stupid girl, but I do think she would take her eye off things. This was probably her mistake. So yes, true. Lisa did not get a better mother. It's bad. Elvis and Lisa got stuck. Yeah, love of my life. Yes, come on, guys. You know my views on that. Right, I'm going to try and go through your comments. I'm going to try and stop waffling and go through your comments. The innocent voice, Finola, the innocent voice, she's got away with murder. She wants the attention and the fame of the president. She sure does, Lorna. What book was that, Linda? Just curious. I don't know. Linda's book. Let's have a look. Have a blessed day, Daniel. Happy Sunday. So we've got, she was in those films with Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, Naked Gun. And I know that there was minor success with the Naked Gun, but come on. You can't. Do you class those as proper films? They're just a joke. I actually find the Naked Gun films ridiculous. Ridiculous. That isn't film success to me. They're trying to find excuses as why she cheated on Elvis. Yeah. Hi, Eurythus. How are you? Look, I'm not going to whitewash Elvis. I won't do that. Elvis made mistakes. Elvis was unfaithful in the early years, and it's very obvious after 68, Elvis was unfaithful. But why? You've got to break it down and ask yourself why. Yeah? I like this channel. It makes me more confident to defend Elvis. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Marian. You're very welcome. Colleen, she would have been a distant memory. So moved just before completing high school would have made more sense to finish school first. So I do believe ulterior motives from her parents. This is when we're referring to child bride. Obviously, there is an alternative reality that says that Priscilla was very different than portrayed in this book. Yeah? Now, I'm not happy with this book, and I'll tell you why. Because Suzanne Finstad, the author of this book, has been calling Elvis a paedophile, and I won't have it. I won't have Suzanne Finstad think that the Elvis fans accept that she is constantly calling Elvis a paedophile on news interviews around the world. But the one good thing about this book, it does tell us an insight, give us an insight into that Priscilla was different than we were told. Priscilla was different than we were told in this book. Remember, this book, you know I keep saying it, this is a fairy tale. It's not truth. It's not reality. It's just Priscilla's story, her version of events based on her opinion from her point of view, not fact. This is not fact, even though it has been treated as fact since it was written, I think 1985. Since this book was written, this has been treated as fact by interviewers, by movies, by documentaries, by TV series. This is not correct. This is a story, a fairy tale. No witnesses. No witnesses. Elvis had no say in this book. Nothing. Zero. This book was written 7 years after Elvis died. So this is the opinion of one person. One person, Priscilla. Now that isn't fair. That is not fair. So we disagree with that book, guys. Right, let's keep reading some of your comments. I am waffling away. Hi, Sue, you okay? Hi, Teresa. I like Teresa's comment. Teresa says, everything is Priscilla's fault. That did crack me up. Right. The father made Elvis promise to marry her. They were definitely involved in it and pushed the issue. Colleen, you guys, you Elvis fans have strong issues on why Elvis eventually took the step to marry Priscilla. None of us really know the truth, but we feel that he was pressured by Vernon, by Priscilla's parents, by Colonel Tom Parker, and other factors. Yeah, so we don't really feel, and I'm going to have to agree with this, guys, we don't really feel that Elvis wanted to get married. And we have some evidence, some proof from people that were around Elvis, close to Elvis, that he didn't want to get married. He didn't want to get married. We know about the one with the cook. But there's other people as well that have said Elvis, you know, so I think some of the Memphis Mafia, Elvis didn't want to get married. I'm going to have to say that I actually agree with that. So let's have a look. Before I knew how bad Priscilla was, I actually thought she was quite funny in The Naked Gun. I probably got a weird sense of humor. No, because Linda, I know it was funny. I agree it was funny, but it's not a decent film, is it? It's just funny. It's not a decent film. It's not a credible acting role. That her movie career failed. That's what my point. Is it? Let's have a look. Is it Leslie Nielsen? Is that his name? Let's have a look. Let's just have a look a minute. Leslie, is it Leslie Nielsen? Priscilla, let's put it in there, see what happens.
Nice beaver. Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me help you with that.
I mean, come on. It's funny. It is funny, but let's have a look. Let's see if this. No, that's not what. Right, let's have a look.
I want you to know it. Practice safe sex.
So do I.
It's funny but stupid. Yeah? Funny but stupid. It's not going to make her win a Golden Globe Award or an Oscar nomination. Let's have a look. So let's have a look. She wrote how they met, that he would not have sexual with her until marriage. So I also bought the book of rubbish, What Happened, Elvis. So I suspected that Child Bride had something to do with Scientology. The first quote came from R. Hubbard, the Scientology founder. I know that many of the people that are unhappy with Priscilla will bring up Child Bride, yeah? Because it shows another side to Priscilla. But you have to be careful because there's quite a lot of things in that Child Bride book that are anti-Elvis, that portray Elvis in a bad light. So we got to be careful that we're not promoting a book that makes Elvis look bad. So guys, Suzanne Finstad, she's no Elvis fan. Suzanne Finstad is no Elvis fan. So let's be careful. Elvis' love scenes were beautiful. Women and hers was, yeah, true. The video out there, Priscilla and her family talking and acting, the question is pushed to her marriage. Remember the fact, something like the bet she makes. They were intimate when she was 14. Yeah, she does. She puts that in the book. And I don't like. Someone the other day said, "Oh, the book Elvis and Me doesn't make Elvis look bad. It's quite a good book." I'm sorry, but you are so wrong. The way that she insinuates things about Elvis makes him look very bad. I think makes him look very bad. So anyway, guys, I'm coming up to an hour. I'm going to come back. I've got a free day today, so I'm going to do 2 or 3 lives today. Again, like yesterday, I had a bit of a free hand. I want to go for a run. I want to cook some dinner. I want to chat with the kids. So I'm going to go. Thanks for coming together, and we'll be back soon. I did waffle on a bit on this one. I really wanted to share with you my Elton John dream. In fact, I'm probably going to title this video based on my dream. So thanks, guys. We've had a great chat. We've had a good hour together. I appreciate all of you. Now, anyone watching, please subscribe. You know I want members. If you want to become a member, please become a member because it means a lot to me. It's not about the money. It does matter to me that I have members. So I'm definitely trying to grow the membership. Hi, Julies. Hope you enjoyed today's live stream. I'm hoping to do about 3 live streams today. So we've done 1. We've got 2 more to do. Thanks, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, all of you. I'm sending all of you love. Please have a great day. I'll probably come back on maybe in about an hour and a half, and we'll do a second one. Haven't decided what I'm going to do it about yet. I do like it when we just have a chat, but I do like to pick topics sometimes. So ultimately, it's all about defending Elvis. So take care, guys. Please subscribe. Please like. All the best to you. I'll give you a wave. See you guys.